Hi friends, today we're going to read Train Your Dragon to Be Responsible by Steve Herman. Hello, my name is Drew. I have a dragon for a pet, and that's about as cool as a pet as anyone can get. His name is Diggery-Doo, and he doesn't scratch or bite. For a prehistoric creature, he's really quite polite. A dragon's not too tough to train. It takes no time at all. Just have a little patience and start when he is small. Diggery-Doo can sit and stay. He obeys commands I tell him. He even takes a daily bath, and we don't have to smell him. But understand that dragons can be a bit resilient. To lessons that are tough to learn, you must be pretty persistent. For instance, dragons won't admit when they made a bad mistake. They hate to take the blame for choices that they make. Diggery used to wake up late and miss the bus to school. He tried to place the blame on me, which wasn't very cool. "It's not my fault! It's not my fault at all," he cried. I tried my very best. You didn't wake up, so I couldn't get up and couldn't get dressed. Another time when Diggery-Doo would not accept the blame, when he lost his temper, he breathed a little flame. Dad's favorite chair went up in smoke before we even knew it. "You made me mad," said Diggery-Doo. "That's what made me do it." Diggery used to interrupt when others tried to speak. He didn't mean to. His mouth just seemed to leak. And all the words came tumbling out, and he should hold them back. "That's just how I am," he cried, "a talking maniac." Mother baked a chocolate cake, and when it was finished cooking, Diggery ate it all himself when no one else was looking. "Don't be mad," said Diggery-Doo. "You know cake is yummy. That is why I could not wait to get it in my tummy." Sometimes Diggery skipped his chores to watch some television. He did not even admit a bit it was a bad decision. "Perhaps your viewing time," I said, "could use some limitation." "Don't blame me," said Diggery-Doo. "I couldn't resist temptation." Diggery teased a boy in class. Teacher sent him home from school, 'cause that's what teachers do when dragons choose to break a rule. "It's not my fault," yelled Diggery-Doo. "When I do something bad, I'd not have it done it if you didn't make me so mad." Diggery made excuses every single time he could for all the choices that he made, which were not very good. "It's not my fault," he'd always say when he had blown it. I told him when he messes up, he really ought to own it. If it teaches you a lesson, a mistake is not that bad. Let's take a moment and review the lessons that you've had. Now you set your own alarm and you've never late to school, and when you're mad you count to 10, you let your temper cool. You've learned to practice self-control so you can do what's right, like wait your turn to speak and do not eat cakes in just one bite. You turn off the TV until you're done with what you must do, and you're careful what you say no matter what you are said to do. Diggery thought a moment when he said, "Now I think it's true. My life is so much better when I own the things I do. Now I'm much more careful of the choices I make. I carefully consider all the chances that I take." "We all make mistakes," I said. "We've all committed wrongs, and when you make a poor decision, place the blame where it belongs. Just take responsibility. Do not be afraid to admit that you're at fault for the errors that you have made. I'm sorry. Whenever you've done something that you really ought not to do, don't put the blame on someone else. Admit that it was you. Then the next time when you're tempted to do what you should not, you'll remember how that felt and the lesson that it was taught. A mistake is not a bad thing. I think you now can see, if it teaches you a lesson, a better way to be." This is one of the many things I've taught Diggery to do. If it's good for little dragons, then it's good. The end. Thank you, boys and girls. I hope you learned a little bit how to be responsible.
Oh, hold on.